Hey everybody, I am back and I'm just kind of hopping on today. I'm having kind of a poo day, so let's see if we can turn around by playing with a little bit of makeup. Um, so yeah, we'll just do a little spill sesh, and I thought I'd do a what is in my drawer and kind of do a look with a couple of different palettes or maybe just one palette. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna try to keep it again short and sweet. I'm probably not gonna do a full face makeups because I'm still not feeling real fantastic. That's going to be the case for a little while, unfortunately. Yeah, so today everything that's been rattling around my brain is just like, the usual anxiety and depression, some of it, and some of it's just hurt. Um, when you try to succeed at a business like this or like Maribel's Menagerie, well, this isn't a business, but you just try to succeed at a business or something online and like you can't even get your friends and your family to support you. It's just like, well, first thing I do is what did I do wrong? My product must be crap because nobody, like my personal friends and family, don't want to buy it, or they have bought it and it was crap and they just don't want to tell you. Or like when you can't even get somebody to go do a simple review, like it takes 2 seconds, or like if you wanted to watch this but you don't want to hear what I have to say, you could mute it and just turn it on as a way of support. It's just all the things that are just getting to me. Again, I know it's COVID and I know it's like, just depression. It's just a lot of different things. So again, I am on here just for a little bit of makeup therapy for myself. So let's just get into this before it gets too terribly long. I know you guys saw my Mulan palette review. This is one of my favorite palettes. You saw the look I did with that. There's so many different more looks you can do with that. And this time, here is the red lip. If anybody saw my Maleficent post, the red that I'm wearing in that is this red, and I will use it today since I did not have it when I was doing that. The other one makeup review that I've done is this one from Ophabius Loveless. This one has some really nice colors in it. Very decent shadow. Like I said, when it comes to Hot Topics, sometimes it's just packaging is amazing, but the product is crap, but I'll still buy it because I am a packaging whore, not even gonna lie. Like, packaging gets me every time. So what else do I have in my closet? So another gift that I had received is this one. Again, this is another Hot Topic one that I purchased, and the powder in here is actually decent as well. So go Hot Topic. This one is just super fun, and this one's all about the packaging. I really have most of these colors. The only color that I'd say, there's a couple of colors in here that really stand out that is worth the buy for me, and that's this orange one. It's absolutely crazy. This green one, I don't have one that even compares, and then this white one. It's almost as shimmery as the one from the Mulan that like you could see me from space. So this one's not bad. If you can find it, I definitely recommend picking up, especially for the price. I think this is marked, yeah, $16 for a palette that actually works pretty good and has a couple of really unique colors in it. Next one I have is another one of my absolute favorites, again by ColourPop. Misunderstood palette. I have done a lot of looks from this palette. Again, I am just a packaging horror, and this is just absolutely stunning, and the product in it is actually really, really good. So this is another one of my favorites, and of course it's ColourPop again. Another one of my favorites is, this is a great beginner nude palette, and it smells delicious. It smells like cocoa because this is Too Faced, and Too Faced actually uses cocoa powder. So yeah, this is another one that I would definitely suggest getting. It's really cute. It's a very nice neutral palette, so you can just like put on and go. It's some go-tos on here. Like, I absolutely love the Champagne Truffle. This one right here, which is a really, really pretty, like, it's like a pinky. I'll put a little. There we go. It's like a very, very, again, as you can see, I like shimmers and highlights seem to be my thing. And then it's got this one called Cherry Cordial right here that I really love. I apparently really like reds too. It's like a shimmery brown toned red. It's very, very pretty. And again, like, oh, I cannot smell this palette enough because it just, oh, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Too Faced chocolate palette. I definitely recommend it. And since I was doing a swatch, let me show you what I was talking about. So in the Beetlejuice palette, I'm going to do the green that I told you about. This green is amazing. Like, I cannot believe this green. Look at that. that is just like pow green in your face. I just love that green. I don't have another green like that. And the other one I was telling you about is the orange, which this one's called Dante's Inferno, and Beetlejuice is the name of that green. This one is also quite amazing. It is fantastic. It's like an orange. It's almost like a matte shimmer again. Absolutely fantastic. Love that in my recently deceased palette. Again, I don't know the brand on these. Distributed by Hot Topic Merchandising, so I'm guessing it's just like Hot Topic brand. So this one is not bad at all. And this one is actually the recently deceased press. I think this is distributed. This one has a 12-month shelf life. Water bars, I don't know, but at any rate, it's a pretty decent palette. So yeah. Oh yeah, so since I'm doing that with the palettes, let's just do that today, shall we? The Misunderstood palette. So the ones that really stand out for me in this one, now this is a different green, but it is fantastic. As a matter of fact, I usually wear this with the Beetlejuice green. It is a beautiful shimmer green. And then the other one that I absolutely love, well, there's many in this palette that I love dipping my fingers into, but I also love Jetsam. That's this one. And the one I did the green is this one, which is Diablo. But this is Jetsam. Absolutely fantastic. It's a blue, but it's got a shift. It's got a major shift to it. So that's another one that stands out that I found in this palette, the Misunderstood palette. The next palette is another one that is a staple. It is not expensive at all. It has all the base that you need in it. It is another Too Faced palette. It is the Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. Love this palette. It is cute, it smells delicious, and it's got pretty much everything you need. It's got like a cheek, it's got like a highlight for lighter, brow bone. So this is kind of just a stick it in your bag, and you got the colors that you need to create a really simple look. As you can see, extra creamy down here, I've actually panned, which is hard to do on eyeshadow palettes. I have panned on it. It is my absolute, oh, it smells so good, favorite white base to go to. And you aren't going to see it on my skin because it is just, it's my skin tone white. There you go. Skin tone white. My skin tone white. But another one I go into often is Soft and Sweet, which you can use this on the eye or the cheek. Again, you're not going to see it very well. It's very, very subtle. And Nuts About You in this palette, I absolutely love. There's the Nuts About You. Oh, just also... I can't stop smelling these palettes. They're absolutely fantastic. So the next palettes that I have are controversial now due to Kat Von D and you know, some of her beliefs and some things she is doing with cancel culture. I think a lot of people have canceled her, and like, I don't know if they're destroying her palettes or whatever, but I was a huge fan of Kat Von D, and some of the first palettes I managed to save my money and get were Kat Von D palettes. So some of these are actually older palettes that have been in my collection for a while. One of the very first upscale palettes, aside from my MAC, which I don't even have anymore, I panned everything on the MAC, was the metal palette. This one I still love. It still has great product in it. I love the packaging. It's upraised. As you can see, this guy's seen a few days, but it's the metal matte palette, so it spells metal one way and then it spells matte the other, and I thought that was really cute packaging on it. It's got a lot of really great colors in it. They go a long way. The reason it's hard to pan on these is because this is a lot of product on here, and the thing is, they are super pigmented, so they last you an eternity. Like I said, I've had this palette for quite some time, and as you can see, a lot of these pair, like here's all the mattes and then here's all the shimmers on top, and I love the setup of this palette because I can be like, well, let's just pop this on and I can look at the shimmers and be like, what would I like to complement it with? So I do love the setup on this. As you can see, a lot of these are very well used. You can see like they are dimpled, but I haven't managed to pan on any of these yet. So whether you like Kat Von D or not, or your opinions on Kat Von D, this is still a tried and true palette. I still very much enjoy it. I still reach for this one quite a bit. Another one that came out a couple years ago, and it is again Kat Von D, that I just had to pick up, and I have almost panned on a couple of these, is the Alchemy palette. A lot of controversy on this. A lot of people were like, not much product for the price, blah, 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 but I have enjoyed it, and I found more than enough product in here that has lasted me many, many years, and the shifts on these are absolutely amazing. This is fantastic for like if I want to do a Maleficent look and I do a green shimmer here or a purple shimmer. You've probably seen me wearing it quite a bit actually, because I do like to pop it on. Again, this one's not going to show up very well on my skin, but I will put it on there just in case you can see. Kind of, but it has a very pretty shift to them, and this is a lot of shifting powder. So you have the green shift, you have a blue shift, you have ultraviolet shift, and you have the pink opal shift. So I still am enjoying this palette quite a bit. Again, a lot of these I've had for many years. Or has some of these been gifted? No, I don't think so. The next palette that I had gotten is also again Kat Von D. It was a Serpentine palette. This one I really don't reach for that much. Like, been there, done that. Like, a lot of these you can actually find in the metal matte palette. I was kind of disappointed, but again, I got it because of the packaging. This one literally I just got because of the packaging. Not even gonna lie, not even gonna pretend. So if you missed out on it, don't be too upset. It's got a nice mirror in it. The pigment, again, flawless. It's Kat Von D quality, but I'm actually contemplating giving this to somebody, because really, literally, I have, like, you can tell this is almost brand new. I think I've swatched it, and that's pretty much it. And then in this was the gold powder. Now the gold powder I have used because the captain of my airship is obsessed with gold, and that's usually the gold powder I go to for her face. One of the next ones, and again, this was the packaging that got it on me. This packaging got me. I really didn't need this palette. I already had these colors, but this was the Saints and Sinner palette. It is just absolutely gorgeous. I just absolutely had to have it when it was announced that it was coming out. I still absolutely love it, and this one I still do actually dip into, but again, it is very, very, very similar to Kat Von D's metal matte palette, but I do love the metal matte palette. But some of the colors that do stand out that is not in the metal matte palette is this guy right here, this guy right here, and this guy right here. So those are fantastic. Oh yeah, also the gold in this one is actually a different shift. It is actually a way different shift. As you can see, this one's like a gold and this isn't gold. Like none of these golds are the same. I'm trying to think if there's anything else in here. Oh, the ones that I really actually gravitate towards in this palette, and you've probably seen me, is Rapture. This is so pretty. I've had so many compliments when I actually wear this one out. It is absolutely gorgeous. And then Chalice. Cathedral. Where is Chalice? Oh, I haven't taken this. Oh, not Chalice. Heaven. Never mind. Heaven, not Chalice. It is a very pretty, like, pinky gold shift. I can't even describe that one, but it's another palette. And I love the mirrors on the side. I love the way that it opens. This one I just had to have, again, packaging got me, and this was released, I don't even know how many years ago. It's definitely past its expiration, but I'm using it anyway. It's fine. As long as you take care of it. I clean my palettes. I take care of my palettes. I also store them in a nice, cool, dark place and try to, like, you know, make sure that no bacteria grow on them. And the final palette I have in the Kat Von D collection, which I'm actually happy with this purchase, but again, I don't know if you really need. I mean, Kat Von D's palettes, they're slightly different. I'll show you a couple of the ones that I really love out of this one, but this one, again, packaging got me. This is her Fetish palette. This is actually embossed. This is actually fantastic. I absolutely love it with a little whip on the front. And also it's like a pleather, which I like. Then when you open it up, you got this giant, beautiful mirror with a whip around it that I really like. And then this red and the black combo also, again, this is very, very packagey. packaging got me. And there is a lot of shimmers in here that you don't have in the other one. Now, as you can see, I've dipped in this one a lot, but that one is very similar to the one that's in the Cathedral. This one, however, is a different red, and I do like this red. It is different than the blood red, and this one's called Pondage, of course. Here we go. This is a very true, like, brick red, which anybody that does reds knows there's like 10 different shades of it. Another one that I really, really like is called Latex. And it's this crazy blue. It's like a deep blue, but it's got a shimmer underneath it. So it's got like a black green shimmer. But yeah. It's got a very interesting shift on it. So I love that one in this palette. And of course, cuffs, because I obviously love my silvers. Wait till you see this though. This is crazy. This silver is crazy. There we go. Look at that. And that's just, again, with Kat Von D, it is super pigmented. I'm not even sure if I'd recommend this for somebody who's a beginner, because they can be a little bit tough to blend out. Like, it packs a punch with the pigment, but blending can be a little bit difficult. But this is like, again, one of the other palettes. And the final palette that I have in my palette collection is Swamp Queen. There is a chick named Graveyard Girl. I used to watch her quite a bit on here. I like this palette. It was a good palette, and it's actually got my... I was actually looking for this. This is my... Ooh, now it smells like cocoa. It smells like chocolate now. Okay, store your brushes in these, because if it's a Too Faced, because it'll smell like cocoa. Anyway, sidetracked. She had a fun channel. I stopped watching after a little while just because stuff. Yeah, at any rate, still not a terrible palette. I don't even think you can get this palette anymore. It's very neutral palette. The ones I go into on this one is Mancat. I love the names though. It's actually more purpley in person. It's not quite showing up the same color on there. And then I also like Does This Thing Really Work, which is a pink. I use it for, let's see. Can you see that? I use it for a little bit of, for the cheeks. Now my brain escapes me, as usual. And then the last one I usually dig into is, ooh, that one's funky, Gator Wings. Which, of course, is another shimmer. Shocker. I think we've all figured out which ones I like. So I like to use that as like a highlight in the corner of the eye. You know, just all the general highlight areas. So that's... We're already 17 minutes, so let's get out of here. The only other things that I had over here I was contemplating, but it's already too long of a video, is my shocks that I got with my Villains palette. I got a whole set with the Villains palette, but you know what? Maybe next time. So for here, I'm going to go ahead, instead of doing an eye lock, since it's already so late, I will just show you the Mulan Red. There we go. This is from the Mulan palette. It is the red lippy. So if you can get your hands on the bundle, I would. Like I said, I like the lipstick from that palette. It's like a mauvey orangey color. I love the red lip because that is red. That's not pink. That is red. And then the lip gloss, which I showed you paired with the lipstick last time. So anyway, I hope everybody's battles are going well. And I'm gonna try to get another video up soon. If there's any particular palettes you would like to see in depth, please let me know in the comments below. And I hope everybody is doing okay. I love you all so much, and bye.